Alright, and after the long 4-month wait, Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 has finally premiered, and now it's time to talk about it. I've got to say, this part is insane. We're finally in the Sekai Taikai, and we're getting everything I was hoping for, and more. I do have some more issues with this part more than the previous part, because the previous part was all set up, so I didn't mind it as much. But this one, they start paying off some things, and I think some of the drama was just resolved a little too easily. Like, a scene, and it's done. And that kind of irked me a bit, because in the other ones, they at least take a whole episode to resolve. But, like, some of this part, the drama is just gone instantly. And it kind of, like, feels weirdly paced. But the character moments are there. Like, Johnny, Lawrence. Oh, my goodness. So many good character moments for William Zabka that I love it. And I want to see more of it. He's so good. And Ralph Macchio as well. They're all just great. But I think the standout of this part is really more of the Miguel and Robbie connection. Of them really, like, putting each other up. And, like, inspiring one another to do better. Mostly Miguel in Xolo's performance, as he's really trying to be that, hey, let's go. We can't be slacking now. We're not focused enough, and really tries to get the head centered. And I just love that, because he is my favorite character. Miguel Diaz is my favorite character. And I just love the arc that he's going of learning to take the back seat. Learning that he isn't always going to be the best. That's cool. And I really like the Robbie arc that we're getting right now of learning to be confident in himself. But one thing's for sure, this part does not go where you expect whatsoever, and that episode 10 is crazy. I do have to say, one sad part about this part is that it does take a bit of a step down from Tori's story, just because, and I don't think Peyton List got as much to do in this part, but she literally ate with episode 5, so I don't even really mind that she's taking a bit of a backseat, but she's still there and doing very well, but she's not as focused as the Miguel and Robbie story is. And I don't really mind that. But now, let's get into the best part of Cobra Kai, which is the fights, and oh my goodness, the Sekai Taikai delivered. Every single one is crazy. I think I've never been on the edge of my seat as much during a season as I was during part 2 of Cobra Kai of season 6. This is like crazy. There were moments where I'm just like, oh my god, goosebumps, literal chills during some of these fights, especially that episode 9 and 10 fights. Oh my god. And every episode has a dope fight sequence, and it's all so good. It's crazy good. An episode, oh my god, I don't even remember what episode it is, because there's so many episodes, and they all had amazing fights, but there was one where Miguel just takes on 2 of them and absolutely crushes. Oh, that was so badass. But yeah, the twists and turns of this part is crazy, and I loved it. Like I said, I do have some issues with the drama in this part, because it felt like it was resolved too quickly, but also I don't like drama that lingers for too long, so I like it. At the same time, I just wish it felt a little more natural. But now, honestly, what I'm looking forward in part 3, and I know it's a hell of a long shot, but I think, and this is a tiny spoiler, because obviously it doesn't happen in part 2, but Julie's got to show up in part 3, right? Like, she's gotta. But that's pretty much all for Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment down your thoughts on this part 2. I think it's insane. I love it. I'm loving this season. I just wish we didn't have to potentially wait another 4 months for part 3. But yeah, I will subscribe if you haven't already, and I will leave you guys to it.